I can finally die.
Oh my God! Welcome to Pretty Much It. It's the 1st of August. It's finally summer.
It's been summer.
We live in Alaska. We never get this kind of weather.
No, we don't. Yeah, this is something else.
You've seen the inside of our studio, but on the outside of our studio, it's
just
like
a big pool.
It's like a frozen tundra.
Yep.
And now
Let it go.
And then we melted it.
Don't get me started.
Into a pool.
We are in the pool
This
this
is
week.
the Pretty Much It pool party. Welcome. Thanks for
PMI
coming.
pool party.
Pee. Don't pee
On
in the
me.
pretty much.
Oh, please, guys, don't pee.
Pretty much pee in the pool.
We've got a lot to talk about, so why don't we just jump right into it? Yes.
Hey, like in a pool.
Yeah.
Let's just jump in. The water's great.
I hate myself.
Comic-Con
Okay.
wrapped up this week, and first of all, I want to hit.
Like a present.
Yeah, exactly. I want to hit. Everything is going to be just like
Yeah, just like a present.
I want to talk about two things that we discussed last week. I want to wrap those up real quick.
Just like Eric. Yeah.
Just like a present.
Just,
First of all, Hot Tub Time Machine 2, Cusack's not in it.
God damn it.
oh no!
That's the only reason I would have
Yeah,
seen
we literally were like, at least Cusack's still
Actually,
getting
no,
work.
that
but
gives me like a weird crisis because like that's the only reason I would have seen it, and also the only reason I wouldn't have seen it because he's the worst.
I'm never even going to see the first one, but I'm like 100% sure they showed the very ending in the trailer.
Of the first one?
Oh no, in the second one.
Oh, I'm sure.
In the
I
second
don't
one,
care because no one gives
yeah,
a
in the
shit
second
about
one, they're
that.
like, let's go fix America or something, like, and they hop in the time machine.
What?
Oh, you think
Like-
that's like before the credits? That's the ending.
Like right before
yeah,
the credits start, yeah.
But yeah, there was a trailer and it looks whatever. I'm not interested.
Nah.
Also, let's talk about Ant-Man before we get into kind of like the big players, I guess.
Yeah.
Here. Although
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man was supposed to be big, and did you
But
guys watch
Ant-Man
the
is
panel?
small.
Did you watch the panel?
No.
Yeah, I watched some of it.
Very awkward.
It was really awkward.
Very awkward because they did not acknowledge Edgar Wright. Obviously, when the new director came out, everybody booed.
Really?
It was super. But
Yeah.
like Feige's sitting there like motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So it was a little awkward. But the other thing is that
What did they think was gonna happen?
Patrick Wilson left and two others left the movie.
They're
Yeah.
like, Edgar Wright's not on board anymore. We're gonna
Yeah,
get
I
out
don't
of
know.
here.
Yeah,
Like,
Patrick
Two of
Wilson
them,
left.
two
That's
people
crazy.
left because they just wrote them out of the script.
That's like, imagine being on the Titanic and like that captain who's always, I'm gonna go down the ship. Imagine he's like, see ya, and I
The
wouldn't.
ship goes down regardless.
It's-
I
sinks
wouldn't play.
faster.
I wouldn't play
It sinks even
violin.
faster. But they did show footage, and it was basically Paul Rudd riding an ant.
Cool.
That's all I want.
Was that a fly on my head?
Yeah. Paul Rudd flew a fly right in the chick's head.
Yeah, but I don't know. We didn't see it, so I can't really say much about it.
I have heard things about this director, Peter.
Heard
Just
things?
imagine he's like a molester. or
What
something.
kind of things?
Peter.
Peyton Reed, nice
Peyton
try.
Reed. Apparently, he's done other things besides Yes Man that are better.
Yeah, and also he's been coming to Comic-Con for 20 years, so he's a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, that makes me feel a little better.
He's an ant fan.
The more I looked into it, and the more I've heard other people, like I heard Kevin Smith talking about him, I heard some other person talking
Yeah,
about him.
he seems like a
And
nice
they said that
guy.
he was all right. Like the things, like he's done some TV stuff that was cool apparently.
Done a lot of TV stuff,
So
yes.
you know what? Okay, whatever.
All right, so we'll see. But it was a very awkward
Remember
panel.
how much shit I talked about Peter and Anthony or Peter
Russo?
and Joe Russo or whatever?
Yeah, and then-
for Captain America.
Yep.
And now look
and
at
in
us.
all
your
fairness,
whole
I
life
joked
is
about it
faded.
too. I was like, they haven't
Yep.
done dick.
And here we are.
But speed of Marvel, let's move on. Right after that, in Ant-Man, you're not going in order of like what was best or anything here. We're just going in order of.
Stuff.
It's actually not even chronological, just in order of my notes.
Ant
Yeah.
stuff.
Avengers then came out obviously and did they showed off Age of Ultron
Yeah.
footage and stuff like that.
Sounds really
It
exciting.
sounds exciting because
Yeah.
the audio leaked.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, it does.
I don't think that we're gonna see the video
I don't think so
because
either.
someone would have put it up already. I think by now.
And it was a lot of stuff. It was like a reel.
Yeah, it was like a 5-minute reel.
Yeah,
apparently.
Marvel is very tight on security. It's like
Yeah.
probably someone did film it, but they're
We're
not
talking.
alive
We're
anymore.
talking prom
Yeah,
night.
you're not alive anymore.
Yeah, they killed that person.
But it sounds really
sounds
cool.
awesome.
And like the fact that like Marvel knows how to like they at this point they figured out how to like cater to us. Like the first thing that they showed was that they showed apparently a scene of the Avengers just hanging out and goofing. And like everyone
No,
went
they were trying to
crazy.
pick up Thor's hammer.
Yeah.
Goof
Yeah.
Avengers.
And you know what's
That's
cool is
awesome.
Captain America was able to move
I was
it.
like, I heard that. I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
of course he can move it a little bit
Now,
because
did-
he's Captain America.
Now I will say, did you hear what the final shot of the footage was?
Yeah.
Oh, it was like a foreshadow space scene.
Iron Man sitting in space and everybody's dead around
Sitting
him.
in
Yeah.
space.
That's not Avengers 2. There's no way that's Avengers 2.
Wait.
That's got to be 3.
Wait, it's in space? I thought he was like on the ground and like.
Weren't
there's
they all
a bunch
floating
of-
in
I'm
space?
sorry. No.
I thought they were all floating in space.
Oh, I
I
don't
didn't
know.
see it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
imagine it was
know.
Space? That's a little ridiculous.
But no surprises. No
James Spader
surprises from Marvel.
sounds. James Spader sounds cool.
He sounds
Spader
cool.
sounds great.
I kind of, at first I didn't think I'd be into it, but I'm kind of into the fact that they kind of just are keeping his voice kind of.
Yeah.
Well, his voice is great.
Yeah,
He's got a
it's
great
not
voice.
like super
I-
robotized.
I imagine.
Robotized.
I imagine like the scene where it's like he's telling everybody that the only way to save you is to destroy you.
Yeah.
I imagine like that scene scenes to be played out, like they're all gonna be watching him on the TV, and he's gonna go, bah, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
and then they're all gonna be like, they're gonna laugh.
Because he walks in when they're goofing around.
Yeah. He's like, I'm gonna destroy all of you.
Well, they're going with the whole.
kidding. I'm just
Apparently, the
kidding.
imagery they're going with the whole thing of him like sitting on the throne like a badass.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But like I said before, though, we got stuff that we were expecting and no other surprises, which is interesting.
No.
No.
I was expecting a little bit, of, even just like, something about Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
just like-
well, you know
it's just
why?
like,
Because they couldn't lock down Joaquin.
Yeah, Joaquin.
Joaquin.
It's just like my 7th birthday when I thought my parents were coming back.
Oh, sorry, Mike.
Never came back.
Yeah.
Speaking of parents never coming back, Batman and Superman. Let's talk about Batman and Superman because
both of them.
that
they're
was
screwed.
another big
Both-
panel.
yeah.
Yeah, that was another big panel.
Do you think that Superman and Batman ever like
Bond over that?
Yeah, right?
They're like,
They
hey,
say-
I get it.
Get it.
And then Batman's like, why are you talking like me, Superman?
And then they naked hug. You know, they kinda
naked hug?
Naked hug, but like not in a non-sexual way.
Oh, okay.
Like they come on, let's hug the pain
Like
away.
babies in the bathtub, that's how I
Yeah.
started last episode, and now we are babies in the bathtub.
We're babies in bathtub right now.
Yeah, hashtag babies in bathtubs. So we got first of all, I guess let's talk about the footage first for Batman Superman. They showed some footage and it did leak, and I think it looks super cool.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
It looks fun. Like it looks.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking forward to. I think it's gonna be a bit less of a grounded Batman. You know what I mean? Like I think it's gonna be a little
Definitely.
bit
more
Well,
cartoony,
fantastical
yeah.
Batman.
which I'm excited about. Like that's
a Batman
interesting.
who can just do amazing things.
Yeah.
So
So
big I like that they're going full on
Bat armor.
full on Frank Miller.
Yeah. Dark Knight
they're
Returns.
not, and as you know, they're not adapting that story necessarily, but they're taking elements
Taking
from it.
stuff,
Yeah,
like
which
the robot
I don't
element.
think it's gonna be that story, obviously.
I gotta tell you, what was really cool to see the leaked footage and the reaction of people. Like,
Well, it was really
people
weird though
freaked
because
out when
yeah, they
when
show Superman and he's like, oh,
Oh,
but that's
yeah.
not the thing that's new.
But it's so, I don't know. Like it's nice to see that people are like excited about Superman.
Oh come
you
on,
know?
that's Comic-Con, man.
and
But
he's got
very
red eyes.
exciting.
He's
Yeah,
got red eyes. I love the red eyes. It's so cool.
not exciting, I guess, but very cool imagery with Superman in the.
In the bat symbol,
Bat
just like-
signal,
Why
yeah.
is that happening?
Badass.
Like in the context of the movie, is Batman like, I'm gonna light you up,
Do we
Superman?
think that's
Like,
actually, is that actually a scene from the movie? You think they just shot it for Comic-Con?
It
Doesn't it kind of seem like a buttoned-up scene for
It
Comic-Con?
does, yeah, and it's cool as fuck.
yeah, like if
Yeah.
Batman's got like robot eyes, he should be able to see Superman just fine. Like,
right.
Or are those like really inhibiting his
It's like,
vision?
I need my
He
bat
can't see
signal to
shit
see
'cause his-
Superman.
Like, did he
He's
know
got
he was
lights in his
there,
eye.
or like did he
Yeah,
just
he's like,
turn
whoa.
on the bat
Well,
signal?
it's
and he's
like,
there
there's
he
a
is.
flying man.
Oh, maybe that audio of the guy going, "Whoa!" was Batman. Ben Affleck.
Whoa, there's a man.
It was Ben Affleck going, "Whoa!"
Why is Batman turning on his own signal? That's for
Yeah.
Gordon to do. Gordon does that.
Yeah.
Do we know who's playing Gordon in the movie?
I don't know.
We know who's playing Alfred. It's freaking
Gordo.
Jeremy Irons.
Well, I mean, because the bat signal's
Maybe he
there,
puts on a
Gordon
mustache.
confirmed.
What?
Gordon confirmed. If there's a bat signal, Gordon is confirmed.
Hashtag
Somebody's
Gordon
gotta-
confirmed.
somebody's gotta
That's
light
like
it
the
up.
least exciting thing I can think of for this
Gordon
movie.
confirmed.
But during this panel, this was the Warner Brothers panel, of course. It wasn't just Batman, Superman. We also got our first official look at Wonder Woman.
Yeah, and you guys aren't really into it, right?
No, it's really boring. It's really boring.
So here's the thing. Two issues, and it's basically, I mean, it's completely expected. I'm not like surprised about any of this.
You okay, Jake?
I'm not surprised about any of this because it's just this is what we do these days is the dark and gritty thing.
Now,
So,
let me
listen,
say something.
She is
Yeah.
brown.
Yeah, well, let me-
Some people said they were like, if
Not
you're
her
but-
skin.
excuse you. The costume is basically straight brown or gold if you want to say gold. But people are like, well, look, if you raise the contrast, and I'm like, yeah, no shit. So what am I gonna have to ask the guy at the theater like, hey, can you raise the contrast on the whole movie, please? You could do that with Superman too. You could also raise the contrast and the vibrance.
And now I know like there's a lot of
Yeah.
people who are like we are quick to poo-poo everything and call it shitty. This is really shitty.
It's really
I think.
boring.
It's like they could have done. I like if I had to say something I like that they're going for a gladiator kind of look.
Oh yeah, the costume itself looks
I-
great,
yeah,
but if they
yeah.
colored it, almost
it's
looks like
just-
they didn't color it yet.
It's just like they came up with the idea of it, and it's like, hey, should we color this? It's like,
Nah.
nah, we're good.
I'm
Yeah.
just happy that the costume looks like how it should, except for the color.
Sure.
You know, I don't know.
And it's funny because
I'm simple.
a lot of people are saying they're like, it looks like it could actually protect her, and I'm like, well, yeah, I guess unless you punch her in the legs.
Yeah, or like her skinny.
You snap her legs. Well, that's
you-
the problem.
Yeah,
That's-
you'd
that's
think
another
that
thing.
like any actor or actress, they would bulk up for a movie
Yeah,
they're doing.
which she said she claims she's doing.
No.
But here's
no.
that would also require her to eat a lot more too,
Yeah.
and I think she's still going to be a model.
Well, that's
after
the
this,
problem.
so-
It's like, I don't know, like there are big time movies who are like, nah, we don't need an actress.
Yeah.
Who needs that
This
shit?
is so weird.
We just need
And
somebody who's
it's-
good looking.
Yeah, I think it's almost like I wouldn't be surprised if a woman was offended looking at that because it's like she's an Amazon warrior.
No.
I don't
What?
need- I don't need to
She
comment
looks like
on
she
women.
shops on Amazon.
Yeah.
I buy that, but I don't know. But you know what? But
I don't
I don't
comment
even
on
think
women's
she's gonna-
bodies. So.
it's like she looks like anybody could snap her in half, and I'm saying that as someone who has the same build.
But she's a wondrous woman. So you can't snap her.
She
It
can
doesn't
snap
matter.
wonderfully.
All right.
It doesn't
I
matter
don't know.
how thick she
I
is.
thought she was gonna like bulk up and but
Doesn't
You
matter.
know what? Then again, maybe they haven't shot her parts yet, and
Doesn't
this is just an
matter.
early
Yeah.
shot. It looks like they made it for commentary.
I mean, we
Yeah,
don't
I
even
don't
know if
think
she's
that
gonna be
she's-
dressed up like Wonder Woman
Yeah.
in Batman vs.
I
Superman.
don't know. I still don't know. Yeah.
Imagine it's like she just shows up right next to Batman and Superman. And they're like, what the? Who are you? And like,
What the who?
Why?
So wait,
Why?
let's finalize this and break this down. The costume itself physically looks great.
Physically, it looks
It's just the
great.
color is super boring.
Like
Yeah,
if I
yeah.
saw this picture in black and white,
Yeah, I'd be
I
like,
would have been
oh,
like,
okay.
here we go.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, I saw the
It-
picture and I got really excited. So there's that. I guess that.
Well,
works.
also, and it's funny because she's standing in like freaking Pompeii.
Yeah.
where the hell she is.
like, look
but
out.
Is that what the
There's
Amazon looks like?
embers,
She,
flame embers around.
She didn't save the city fast enough.
No.
She
Yeah,
couldn't
no,
do it
actually,
first
wait a minute.
time.
I'm sorry. Yeah, she was standing in the city after Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her plane looks pretty sweet though.
Now, but I
Okay,
will say
Jake.
this.
Buddy Jake!
Oh god.
It's because
no.
it's invisible.
That's like the worst joke
I
everybody
know,
was
I
making.
know, I'm sorry.
So here's the thing, though, and we'll talk about this later because the poll question, of course, was who do you think won Comic-Con, quote unquote. But we can talk about what we think of the main players, Marvel and Warner Brothers. Who do you think had a better presentation?
Marvel.
Oh, I say Warner Brothers, hands down.
Really?
Who's talking about? Nobody's talking about the Avengers. Everyone's talking about Wonder Woman and Batman, Superman.
I think it's
Yeah.
a pretty good tie.
Yeah, everyone's talking about it, but not in a positive way.
Oh, I say you won if everyone's talking about it. Like that's huge. Nobody's
Yeah.
talking. There's nothing really to talk about Marvel because we've seen it all. There's
Everyone
no
is like,
surprise.
everyone's like, we're pretty sure Avengers 2 is gonna be good. That's what everybody said.
That means that it's not the most exciting thing at Comic
If
Con.
I was working at Marvel, if I was the head of Marvel, I would much rather be like, yeah.
I don't know, man. You didn't see the Ant-Man panel yet. You're only
yeah.
thinking of Avengers.
There's this
Sure.
thing that I think won Comic Con that wasn't even at Comic Con.
Oh, and that's next.
Yeah.
And that is Deadpool. Okay, so out of nowhere, some footage leaked online that was filmed from like a cell phone, but somebody was like, showing the footage somewhere.
Yeah.
Like it seemed like in the back room of a Comic-Con presentation somewhere.
Yeah.
And but we didn't hear anything about it. It just popped up. The night that
Yeah.
it first popped up, I was like, "What is
This has
this?"
gotta be fake.
No, it couldn't be fake because
Yeah.
it was too like real. It was
Uh-huh.
too legit, and it was Ryan Reynolds' voice.
Yeah.
So then, the actual footage came online. I guess leaked because it was deleted
HD.
in HD.
On Vimeo. Or
And it
something, I
turns
think.
out that before we even talk about what we thought of it, which we will, it turns out that apparently, and correct me if I'm wrong, this is like footage that was shot a few years ago.
This was
it's
like-
mocap with Ryan Reynolds
Uh-huh.
and voiced over by Ryan Reynolds. Everything is all CG though. It's really good
It's,
CG.
a pitch.
it's actually
is-
Blur Cinematic was contracted to do this. They do the big
Video games.
the big video game.
Yeah, it
scenes.
looked like a good video game
Yeah.
thing. But it's it was basically like a pitch thing.
This is what a lot of studios do.
Yeah, which is really smart
yeah.
because it certainly shows what your movie will be
shows
like.
what it'll be. Yeah.
Really good. It was so good.
But it is real.
Yeah.
It is Israel.
It was
it's-
so good.
It is amazing.
But yeah, it comes with a little bit of bad news.
What?
Is that it's not gonna happen.
I know.
This was pitched years ago.
Think about
Yeah.
the buzz though.
So,
yeah,
like-
you could tell how old it is because at the end when
Well, it's not as old as Gwen Stefani's song though.
no, but when when Deadpool just goes, "Hi Tom," he was acknowledging Tom, this guy Tom
At what, at the
Tom
studio?
something who was head of Fox, and he left in 2012.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
I actually didn't know what that
so
meant.
I bet if he saw that, he must have probably lost it. Like at the end, he just goes, "Hi Tom," and Tom's sitting there. He's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that's
That is
me."
so Deadpool.
But yeah, let me start by
Speaking
saying.
of Deadpool,
Whee! So yeah, I thought it was really good because here's the thing with Deadpool recently, he's become like a joke, especially with like the Deadpool video game. It's too crazy and wacky.
funny. It's like a mask.
It's like oh boobies and like stuff like that.
He's a walking
Um,
like meme. He just makes
yeah,
meme jokes. and
But
stuff.
like years ago, I actually read the script that was like read the script that came out like years ago, and everybody like didn't know if it was real or not. And the script had in like Deadpool jumps into the car roof window,
Yeah,
right.
so it was all real. And I remember saying on pretty much it. Like, I think someone tweeted it at us. that we talked about this when it was.
Oh yeah, it was the third episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you had a ton of info about
2012.
that. I remember that,
Yeah, and it now like I've seen like the test of it. It would have been great. It would have been because you know what, in that scene, like right after the car flips over, Colossus is supposed to show up from X-Men.
All right.
Colossus is like supposed to be like his buddy.
Yep,
Oh,
that
my
would be so
goodness.
cool.
And no, but it's you know what? Here's a little bit of hope. Like the internet going crazy over this might
it
spark.
can will things into existence.
The thing is though, like what they had, if this had worked out, would have been perfect. Now I'm afraid that if they like, oh look, the internet wants this.
Force it.
Now they're gonna
Yeah.
force it, and it's gonna feel forced. And
Yeah.
I tell you, I'd take a CG animated movie though.
I know, it looked
I
really
would've-
good.
I would have taken that. Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
as long as it's Ryan Reynolds, he did the mocap and the voice. It was him.
Did he do
Yeah.
the mocap? It
Fuck
was a
off, Andy
cartoon
Serkis.
character.
Yes, he did.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, that's what. Yeah, I thought that was great. But that was like the most exciting thing out of Comic Con, and it wasn't even a Comic Con thing. It kind of was.
It
I
totally
guess.
stole the buzz a little
Yeah,
bit.
absolutely.
I
It's just
wonder-
so exciting.
I wonder who put out the HD footage.
I want to know like the whole plan because you know
Yeah.
that was a big plan.
You think it was?
During
Even the-
Comic Con?
Even
Yeah.
the
Oh
first
yeah.
footage could have been leaked. You know, like that could have been fake. That someone just filmed the computer.
Oh yeah,
screen.
yeah, for sure. No, I think that's exactly what happened. I think that was a
Yeah.
goof. But moving on, I guess going back to Comic Con because I don't know if that technically counts as Comic Con stuff. But Skull Island,
Yeah.
very strange. Was that Legendary?
legendary.
Legendary's panel was weird because everyone was expecting Pacific Rim 2, especially because Guillermo del Toro was there.
Said it was gonna
They were
happen, yeah.
expecting Jurassic Park.
Nothing,
And then what happened was it set it up and it sounded like Jurassic Park or Pacific Rim because this teaser trailer turns out to be
Skull Island, where
Skull
King
Island
Kong lives.
basically a King Kong prequel, not necessarily related to Jackson's, I guess, right?
Yeah, I guess
and then the assumption is that it would tie in with Godzilla, which we'll get to.
Which I think that's exciting.
That's interesting.
Ah.
But apparently this movie had a release date
What?
of 2016, and apparently they're looking at Joe Cornish to do it. So what the?
All right. First of all, I'm tired of fucking King Kong. Like we're getting a reboot of something.
well, then you
Yeah,
should just stop
yeah,
fucking King Kong.
Fucking King. I'm tired of fucking him.
He did the sound
I
effect.
got like no words. 'Cause
What?
It's like,
I mean, this is a movie that
why do we
nobody
need
asked
another
for.
King Kong?
Nobody
movie?
asked for it. You're right.
It's like
I can't even imagine the atmosphere in the
I
room
didn't-
must have been like, oh.
I didn't even
Yeah,
like
right?
I didn't even like Peter Jackson's King Kong.
It was an hour too long.
I did.
I thought
so
it was a
there's
piece
that.
of shit.
I mean, Naomi Watts is my girl. So.
But the only reason I really like the only reason I think I put up with the whole Skull Island part in the beginning was that it was done by Peter Jackson. Now a whole movie done in Skull Island
yeah.
by someone, I don't know.
Nah,
I'll give it a shot because I like,
Remember like that slow mo footage? It was kind of cool. Yeah.
I mean, he's gonna be like King Kong will be fighting dinosaurs and stuff.
but it's
cool.
like
Again?
all fake.
Yeah, what does he
it's
do?
Just,
He doesn't talk. It's probably gonna be like an adventure. Like some crew gets stranded on Skull Island, they find King Kong.
Oh, that sounds like the first hour of.
Of King
jeez.
Kong.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh boy.
But yeah, so that was weird. But
Very weird.
The logic is that he'll probably end up fighting Godzilla, which is really going to be tough because Godzilla is much bigger than
So much bigger.
than King
So
Kong.
much
Like
bigger.
we're talking,
Kong's
King
like the
Kong
size
could
of
like
his,
be
like-
swallowed by Godzilla.
Yeah.
Unless
So-
they make King Kong like.
Yeah, they're going to make a
big.
massive King Kong, but then that's weird because it's not. I don't know.
Well, apparently they were doing nuclear tests near Skull Island.
Oh,
so, you know,
sure, yeah,
of course.
obviously.
Yeah, sure.
Now, Godzilla though got a teaser. Godzilla 2 basically got like a little teaser trailer, and apparently it confirmed Rodan, Mothra, and Ghidorah.
I like that they
Yeah.
did that. They were just like, you know what? This time we got some cool
But
shit.
I feel gypped. I feel
Why?
completely gypped by this because now, like, I didn't like the Godzilla, before.
Did you see the new Godzilla?
Yeah,
and
I
you didn't like
I
it.
didn't like
okay,
it.
okay. Oh, that's
now,
right. That's right.
Now it's like they're saying, now we're really making Godzilla. It's like
fuck that. You
It's like
already were supposed to have made
Yeah,
Godzilla.
it's like the first Godzilla was like nothing. It was
Yeah.
like an
well,
action
they
adventure
could not
man,
get away
yeah.
with that again.
No, that's the thing.
So-
It's like
Do you think this
now it's
time-
like when the next Godzilla comes out.
Then
no-
what was that? 0.5?
It was like 0.5 negative Godzilla.
Exactly, 0.5.
It was like here's Godzilla does nothing for an hour and 30 minutes, and now we get the real Godzilla
Yeah.
Do you think they're gonna tone down the drama now and just do all monster fighting?
That's-
movie.
it's gotta be.
Was there drama in the first one?
There was supposed to be.
Well,
yeah.
that was all it was. That was the
Yeah.
problem.
Oh
was
god.
nothing
I
bad.
liked
thought it was
but,
so
you know.
stupid.
Well, that's why, because you didn't like the drama.
I tell you what,
There
though,
was
this is
no
all-
drama.
This is all because of
I mean-
Toho.
Yeah,
This
there
is
was. I gotta find my
yeah,
family.
that's genre-wise drama.
That's
is,
like
is
the-
what I'm saying.
This is
Bottom
this is
of
all
the
because
barrel.
of Toho. Like they had to prove themselves, and then
Toho.
Toho gave up the rights. He's like, okay, you could use my monsters. I like
Yeah.
the first one. He doesn't-
Toho
I'm
as
sure
a
he
person.
doesn't talk like that.
Like Toho is a person.
yeah.
like Sir Toho.
Well, anyway, we got a couple of trailers and stuff out of Comic-Con as well. Did you see the Mad Max Fury Road trailer?
Holy.
Yeah.
Holy smokes!
Holy shit! It's
It
good.
looks insane.
Looks
I
fun.
told you guys. You guys were like, one time we were doing.
No,
pretty
I've
much
always said it
One
looks
time-
amazing.
One time we were doing pretty much it.
No, I didn't.
One time we were doing pretty much it, and we were going like we were writing the news down that we were going to talk about, and then there was
you were
Mad
like, what
Max
about Mad
news,
Max?
And I was like, wait, Mad Max, and you were like, we're really going to
I was like,
about
who
that?
gives a shit? Yeah.
And I was like, we have to.
Well, at
and
the
now,
time, who gave
Now,
a
what
shit?
is there to talk about?
It's good.
It looks
it's cool.
It looks
It's-
pretty interesting. Like, you're talking about
majoritively-
style all the
yeah,
time.
majority
Talk about
practical.
style. Holy crap!
I love that trailer, the opening of him just standing there, and then he gets in his car, drives away,
And then they fly
and then there's
over.
nothing, and then the other cars are
Beautiful
start
audio
chasing
design
him.
is just
Yeah.
silent until they showed
so
up.
good.
And it's all real.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Incredible.
So I don't know much about Mad Max to be honest,
And
but
Tom Hardy's
this looks
voice
cool.
sounds like it's a.
Well, I only watched half of it because I thought it was showing a lot.
I
So
tell
I
you
watched
what,
half of
they
it.
barely Mad Max is like not gonna be the focus of the movie.
No, I think it's gonna be the
I
other
don't.
guy.
I think it's gonna be Charlize Theron.
Oh, you think her?
Yeah, people. I don't think
She
people are gonna
is
realize
actually Mad Max.
she might be Mad Maxine.
Oh,
no.
That's what I think they're gonna do. Like I could just like I've gotten pretty like, I guess jaded and cynical, and like I could see through the marketing. I've been tricked before. I played Metal Gear Solid 2 where you were supposed to be Snake the whole time, and they marketed it that way, and then you're only Snake for 2 minutes.
Well, that would be
in the
good.
game.
I think that'd be cool if
I
Charlize
think,
Theron was
shake
the
it up.
star.
Fine, fuck it. You know what?
Shake it up.
I mean,
Shake it
Tom
up.
Hardy looks a little generic, so that's fine.
Yeah, he's Tom Hardy.
Give us Charlize.
Now, we had another trailer, which I did not watch, that came out of Comic-Con and is now online, and that is the trailer for Interstellar.
Okay.
A new trailer. Now, I
Right.
wouldn't watch this.
I watched half of it.
Okay, for whatever reason.
Well,
Oh, yeah, that's right, because he's not sold.
Yeah.
Remember? I
Well,
remember that podcast.
Sold
The
yeah.
problem was that it showed space stuff, and I knew the movie. I know a lot of the movie's gonna be in space,
Uh-huh.
and I liked the first trailer that it didn't really show that though. So
Well, the
once-
second trailer did. I
Once
saw
the trailer
some of that.
started showing like in the cockpit in space and stuff, I'm like, okay, nope, I'm good.
I've seen enough.
Now I'm good. I'm
Okay.
fine.
Did you watch the trailer?
I watched half of it.
Okay, yeah. So you saw the same shit.
I'm excited for a smart space movie.
I
Again,
don't know what Anne Hathaway's deal is, but she looks like shit.
She's in it? I didn't even know.
Yeah.
She looks
All
like
right.
garbage.
But,
But
now,
I didn't mean to cut you off, Mike. Though you're excited for.
I'm for a smart space movie.
Yeah.
That's
like
true.
they're gonna get into space and they're like, we gotta figure it out.
Gravity wasn't smart.
Summer Sanders.
We gotta figure out the remember
They
in
get into
Apollo. Remember in Apollo 13, where like in Grumman they put all the things on the table. and They're like, we gotta.
Hey,
fit a
my
square
dad
peg in a
works at
round
Grumman.
hole.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that
like
was
we
so
gotta
cool.
figure out how to make a spaceship with like the garbage.
Yeah. This is the garbage they have on the ship. We need to figure out how to make an oxygen tank.
That's
out
the
of it.
Challenger. But
Challenger.
here's the thing: is
10-second
everyone's
long
saying that
movie.
the trailer was really cool, but does that
Not as good as the
forgive?
first one.
But does that forgive the poster that was just released
For
what?
I tell you
of
what.
Matthew McConaughey
Well, I haven't.
walking
No,
away?
don't say it. I haven't
and
seen
it's
it.
and it's
I haven't.
the worst shadow effect I've ever
No, I
seen.
tell you, if you look
Oh
closely.
no, you gotta be pulling my leg.
It's the exact. I can't believe you haven't seen it. It's the exact same thing.
If you look closely, he's
No.
walking towards us.
Wait,
Definitely.
backwards? He's
He-
walking
no,
backwards towards us?
No,
Like-
he's walking towards us.
What? He's not shadowed. He's looking away.
I saw it shadowed. I saw it totally black.
Ooh, I don't know. I thought it
when
looked like
I
he's
saw it, it looked like
walking
he was
away.
walking towards us, like he's like, I'm home.
Oh, I don't know. It looked like he was walking away.
I'm home. Space
I'm back
was
in
okay.
space.
Well,
Space
if
is
we
okay,
can't
I'm home.
tell, then it still counts, so I don't care.
Oh
Right.
no.
We've had a lot of those posters this week.
We
huh?
have, but you know what? Guess what? Yeah, we had a lot. A lot of them came out of Comic-Con. But, and everyone's always asking, like, well, what would you do for a poster or a boot? Which I forgot to
I
make
said
mine, by
that,
the way,
yeah.
so we'll
We're
do that for
gonna-
next week.
Yeah, I
We're gonna-
challenge
yeah.
you guys.
I
to
forgot,
actually
I
make
forgot.
posters.
But,
We're still good on that challenge.
But, did you see the poster for the Hateful Eight?
Is that real? Is that a real
That's a
poster?
real poster.
Yeah,
Great.
that's
And
cool.
it is
Great poster.
beautiful.
Great
Yeah.
poster.
It is beautiful.
Perfect.
So if you
But
want to
also,
know,
it's
what
like-
would you do for a poster? Look at the Hateful Eight poster because it's cool.
It's what I expect out of Quentin Tarantino. You know.
And
Yeah.
I would never
Yeah.
expect Quentin Tarantino
no.
to make a looking away poster.
Although actually
Yeah.
Django was looking away, wasn't he?
I think he was looking towards the screen.
I think
Yeah,
he was.
he
I
was
think he was
looking
facing
towards-
away and he was like this,
Side shot.
or was he facing you like this? I don't remember.
No, it was the hand with the chains.
That was one of them. Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
it's not. We have to think about it because it's like I think for these movies, if you want to make your stupid looking away one, at least make another artistic one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just so we have something that's better than that. But whatever.
the Hateful Eight though, it takes place like
In a
like
stage car.
after,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
like
and
after
you were
a
really
blizzard.
bothered by the amount of horses.
Yeah, I said there's 6 horses. This is bullshit.
Add just two more. Just two
But
more.
it takes place during or after like a blizzard, and that's so cool
Right.
because my favorite part of Django Unchained was when they were in the snow,
In the
just
snow.
shooting stuff.
Yeah, that was cool.
I was like, yeah.
But yeah, so that's super cool. And now that's confirmed 2015. He's making it. That's really cool. I'm glad. Apparently he
he's gonna
changed up the
change
script a
up the
bit.
ending,
Yeah,
yeah.
a little
I'm
bit.
glad.
Which
Yeah,
is
I'm
funny
happy
because
he
is it
got
like
over
a-
that.
Is it like a plan B? I don't know.
Yeah, get over yourself.
It's like because I recently
No, but you can imagine that's tough.
I rewatched Django and I was like, this is hands down his best.
I think
I think-
Tarantino's
And it's not
his
just
prime.
in the script.
Yeah.
It's also him. So.
I was just like just immediately I was like, oh, he's got to have a follow up.
Personally, I think Tarantino's in his prime. I can't get enough of this new Tarantino, like Inglourious Bastards, Django Unchained, this
Yeah.
type of stuff.
he's getting
It's so
good.
good.
Wolf of Wall Street.
That wasn't him.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
But so here's an interesting thing. Did you see the trailer for the live-action SpongeBob movie that we were
Oh,
really
wow.
confused about?
Yeah.
we talked about this last week,
Yeah,
right? About the photo that was
Briefly,
released.
yeah.
Yeah. So we watched the trailer together
The out of
just a
context
little
photo.
while
Yeah.
ago.
I expected the worst.
It looks
It looks-
really
it
good.
looks better than the
Yeah.
first movie.
It looks a lot better than.
The
okay,
first
thank
movie
you.
was crapola.
I hated the first.
There
movie.
were some funny
I
parts.
thought it was
but
alright. Yeah.
It
I
was
was-
just it was really
Yeah.
just like here's SpongeBob on the big screen and it wasn't anything interesting.
It just felt like a longer episode.
yeah,
Yeah, it
exactly.
did.
This
exactly.
feels like the SpongeBob because I thought the first movie was going to be about SpongeBob going to the real world.
right, which
Yeah.
they went for like a second, didn't
Yeah,
they?
for like a second
to
they did.
Hasselhoff,
Yeah, to
which is
Hasselhoff.
ridiculous.
This looks like actually, it looks like SpongeBob humor.
Yeah.
Like if I don't know if you've ever seen like a recent episode of SpongeBob.
It's different
It's-
writers, right?
It's incredible. It's bizarre
yeah,
how
it's-
different it is.
yeah,
it's
it's
like
not good.
it's like Ren and Stimpy now. Really,
in a
like,
good way.
In a bad way.
Oh, okay,
There's an
okay.
episode where Squidward has to pull his toenail off.
Oh, so it's like violent.
It's violent. Like he stubs his
I
toe.
like that stuff
Like,
though.
It's like actually it's like
I can
beyond.
picture-
It's like he stubs his toe.
Squidward.
It's the clip is on YouTube. He stubs his toe on a table.
And it's like hyper realistic and he rips it off.
And the table
yeah, I saw
like
that.
rips his toenail and like there's nerves attached to the toenail.
Yeah, that was
like
messed up.
that's SpongeBob
I
now.
want to see that.
But the movie looks like it's got like classic SpongeBob humor.
and you know,
Yeah.
you'd
Like-
think that like this like the CG 3D guys would be weird, but they look perfect.
yeah, the CG
they
actually
actually
works.
look perfect because they're still cartoons. It's like what a 2D cartoon would look like if it was
Yeah.
brought into real life.
Like if they were gonna make a new Roger Rabbit, and they had to and they had to do
it
it
that
CG,
way?
I would not be.
oh, CG
yeah.
as opposed to 2D.
No,
yeah,
like, it's
right.
saying like
you
they
mean
had to
3D?
do
I mean,
it.
not
Yeah,
CG so much as 3D as opposed to 2D. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think it actually looks
good.
great. It
and
looks
the
funny.
live action CG doesn't look like it's the whole movie. Thank God.
No, I don't think it is.
No, yeah,
lot
it looks
of
like
cartoon
that. You know,
stuff.
the beginning of the movie takes place.
It looks
in
like
a,
half
yeah.
and half probably.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
also, and
Which
you know
is a
what?
good idea.
Because it's SpongeBob, it's a cartoon. I don't mind like the. I think he's in my first period class. You know, like that's stupid jokes,
Uh-huh.
but I don't mind it as much because it's like it's
It's
really
SpongeBob.
technically for kids.
Yeah.
It's not for us, and so I like kids would think that's hilarious, and it's not terribly unfunny, but yeah. So I'm actually very impressed. Talk
laughed,
about
yeah.
judging a book by its cover. I really
for
did.
real.
Yeah.
In all fairness, I think that looked a little crazy when they showed the footage.
Yeah,
but-
yeah.
But
Weird
yeah,
first image
you and
to
I
show.
started cracking up when Mr. Krabs just started like speeding along
Yeah.
the road.
like Iron Man.
Yeah.
Like choo.
And then when like there's like a storm brewing while he's like sucking the ice cream out of the
Yeah.
place. I don't know. I think it looks funny, and I'm actually looking forward to it now.
Yeah, yeah, I'm into it.
But speaking, the last thing we've got is The Last of Us. It's The Last of Us movie related stuff.
really?
Jake, you want to tell us about this?
I don't know anything about this actually.
Okay.
Is that bad?
So
Terrible.
Sam Raimi is producing, not
Yeah, I know
directing.
that.
Apparently, Maisie Williams from.
I think this is one of the best castings.
Yeah, that's the perfect
I think
choice.
it's not. I don't like it.
Okay.
Well, you don't watch Game of Thrones?
Yeah, I know,
Maisie,
that's
Maisie
what I
Williams
like.
from Game of Thrones. Yeah, and as much as
Yeah.
I mean, I watched every
Like-
season except for the last one, and yeah,
Yeah.
she's perfect.
It's like her character is
I
to
mean, not
play.
that I know the game as much,
like,
but
her character is to play a 10-year-old who can kick ass.
sure.
So that's like, I mean, I think Ellie is like 14. So it's like perfect.
Yeah, but it's close enough.
Yeah.
And I heard rumors that Bruce Campbell would be playing.
Joel.
I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, I'd walk off a cliff. I like, and that's
He
coming
would
from
In a
walk-
good way?
He
That's
would
coming-
walk off
That's
the
coming
cliff.
from someone who likes Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, that's true.
But
That's
okay,
true.
yeah, no, I have to
I
be
think
clear
if you like
because
you threw like a gray beard on him, like he would be a okay Joel.
I feel like he'd be too cartoony.
I think Bruce could probably pull out a
I've
good
never
match.
Hey,
seen
you
him
know
do
what? I'd be
serious
fine with it.
ever.
I'd be fine with it.
When has he ever done like really serious?
This would be his first time.
All right.
First time for everything.
There you go.
Yeah,
He
finally
could be like a
he'll break
Robin
it.
Williams in 1 hour photo.
Yeah, there you go.
He'll finally break into serious acting.
But that is it for movie-related news. Now, I do have one piece of TV news that I thought was worth mentioning, and it's
Go
going to be
ahead.
really difficult to explain to my penis. Allison Williams has been cast as Peter Pan in live-action Peter Pan on NBC.
Okay.
We're talking Allison Williams, like the unbelievably drop-dead gorgeous Allison Williams,
Do you
playing
think that,
a boy.
So are you excited for that scene where Peter Pan takes a bath with all of the little kids?
Yeah, with all
What?
the Lost Boys.
With all the
That
Lost
happens?
Boys. Yeah, it's like it's time for the Lost Bath.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Lost Bath. And then they all get in, But and then you remember how they like okay
like when they
in the original writing it says that he takes off his pants and he's erect and he
shoves into the camera.
I don't remember this part.
A smash cut to
Rufio
under the water. There's a shot under the water.
Rufio is really they got it wrong. It's not a character. It's something he does to the kids. He roofies them.
Right.
I'm saying he roofies them.
They took kind of artistic liberties with that. No, but in reality,
as long
Allison
as they have
Williams.
as long as they have the scene where they eat the imaginary food.
Yeah.
Oh,
Allison
that's the
Williams is absolutely like unbelievably otherworldly gorgeous.
Is she? I'll be the judge.
And
of that.
you don't know Allison Williams from
Nope.
Girls?
No. Nope.
Isn't she Marnie from Girls? I think.
Nope.
Okay, but anyway,
So who's playing Hook?
we already know Christopher Walken. We talked about this.
Oh, that's right.
But
I think that's.
I don't know, man. I am very excited now just because I don't mind watching Allison Williams at any point. But I will say that she's really funny on Jake and Amir. Because I don't watch Girls, so.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how
You never? Did you see at least one episode of Girls?
Nope, never.
Really?
I don't like it.
But you've seen one episode.
it.
Do you know who she is?
No.
She's the one that goes into the and goes and masturbates after the guy is like, he says something sexy to her and then she goes and masturbates.
What? I do that all the time.
You don't remember that?
I always.
That's
right.
really cool. That
That was great.
Show.
But anyway, it sounds like a good show.
I'm not the biggest
So that's
fan.
it. I think we've done enough talking about Allison Williams for now because yikes!
Yeah.
Am I right? I'm gonna have to get out of the pool soon.
You know, speaking of all this TV and movie news and stuff,
Let's talk about what?
I'm
Just kidding.
I'm really sad that like.
Comic-Con is over.
I mean, Fox didn't do anything for
Nothing Fantastic Four.
Not even like
nope.
a logo.
How embarrassing!
Well, a leaked picture of what the thing.
Oh, I
like.
forgot about that.
It's like a butthole.
He looks
Oh
like a
yeah,
butthole.
dark and gritty
He's
thing.
gray.
Oh my god.
I forgot to even mention that. That's how stupid it was.
Gray,
Same
sad
problem
thing.
as Wonder Woman. It's
But
just like,
I don't know. That was pretty embarrassing.
it's like
I'm really glad I didn't go to Comic-Con this year. By the way, it was very underwhelming.
I think it's like 5 years from now, and like, you line up every superhero that comes out. It's just gonna all look black.
No,
and
yeah, it should
gray.
go from like color to saturation.
Yeah.
Like, and all the way to the left is gonna be like miserable Bruce Wayne.
At the
and
top
and-
is like Captain
I mean,
America.
he is miserable.
I'd
But,
say Captain America right now is like one of the best costumes.
oh yeah, and the Hulk technically is very
and the
bright
Hulk,
green
yeah.
and purple. But anyway, so
I think next year will be the year to go because.
yeah, we're in the break right now. By the way, we're talking about going to
Okay.
Comic-Con.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, next year you think would be the year to go?
Yeah,
I mean, like
imagine
Star
if we
Wars?
saved up all of our money and went this year.
Actually, wait a minute. Next year would be the year to go. Yes, I was going to.
Because next year.
Because remember,
things.
next year was supposed to be coming out in 2015 was supposed to be Batman Superman.
Yeah.
And we have Star Wars coming out, but that's not until after
I don't think
Comic-Con.
we'll get it. It's Star Wars anything.
You think they're going to save for D23 Disney Expo?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Which means we might see some stuff soon because D23 is coming up.
This year
I think,
was
right?
just like, hey, that stuff we announced last year, we'll show it to you now.
Right, this was kind of a
So
weird year.
Next year they'll announce.
Well,
Things.
next year they'll have all Batman and Superman stuff because that's coming out in
And
2016.
maybe they'll announce Doctor Strange and Black
Oh, they definitely
Panther.
will. They definitely, or they might have to
Things
actually
I'm
do that
excited.
before then.
Doctor Strange is going to be announced.
That's going to be announced this year.
I'll
for
announce
sure.
you this year.
They made a
Okay.
reference to it in Captain America. They got to. It's got to be.
They said Stephen Strange.
Yeah, that's right.
Everyone was
That's
like,
right.
Oh, I know
well,
his name.
they also made a reference in Spider-Man 2. Let's be fair. But
Did they? Oh yeah.
2004
They
Spider-Man
did.
2.
They did do something.
was
like
that 3? That was 3.
Was it?
It was 3.
Uh,
Yeah. No. Actually, I'm sorry. It's 2 because he's naming the Doc Ock.
That's
Why
right. Yeah.
can't I remember that?
So he's like, how about Doctor Strange? And he's like, it's taken.
Oh yeah.
The Jewish guy. But anyway, so yeah, we're in the break right now, and let me just get my notes. The notes are that I have a few things to announce. Tom Chattelbash! You guys know Tom Chattelbash?
No.
He interviewed me, and it was
he's
fun.
cool.
It was cool, and I talked a lot because that's my podcast. It talks too much, so I was advertising. But
gonna
no,
swim
it was
around.
fun. I had a lovely time with Tom.
swell
Pity
dude.
Applause. Pity Applause is back on August 8th, 2014. So yeah, we don't know the exact location yet, but make sure you check facebook.com/pityapplause to find out.
If
Also,
you go there, you can meet us.
yeah, our buddy Addison, who does the music for the show. If you've heard like the theme songs and stuff, he always does the music. His band People Mover, he finally put together like a live band, which is
And
pretty
that's
cool.
awesome.
They have a Kickstarter going, which actually probably by the time you're hearing
They'll
this,
hit it.
I think they already hit it. He's really smart because he
He's
did
good
it.
at
He
that
did it exactly what he needs. And I don't know if you saw, but it ends. It was a 1-week campaign.
Nice, that's
You know
good.
how usually Kickstarter's like a month and it gets really annoying.
You don't want to run out of steam.
It's only a week, so it's
Yeah.
just for the week. And so I pledged I'll get my cassette tape. It's
Yeah.
cool. They're putting the new album on a cassette tape, and the new album is great, by the way. I've heard a bunch of the songs.
Yeah, it's
They're
really,
great.
he's the best.
So yeah, definitely check that out. But what about you guys? What do we have to plug?
Nothing.
And Jake?
Hey,
Yeah, you know-
hey, check out the internet.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I will say that to those of you guys who came to the meetup in Central Park last
Yep.
weekend, it was awesome hanging out with you guys.
Yeah.
You guys are really swell.
And I saw a couple people say, like, I didn't know about it. And it's like, well, then you should watch pretty much it. Because we did tell you about it. But,
Thanks for coming
And
out.
our Twitter.
yeah. Yeah.
Yes, follow us religiously. Then
Yes,
you'll know.
I'm at Eric Striffler. He's
Care
at
about
Jake
us so
Baldino,
much.
and he's MW10T.
That's right.
But let's talk about a couple of things real quick that we all together have to plug here. We have a new commentary track, or commentary tracks, technically. Although it is one long track, I decided it's much easier than breaking it up. For a couple of Goosebumps episodes, we did The Haunted Mask, parts 1 and 2. We did Stay Out of the Basement. Stay out of the basement! Starts
Come on,
parts
Pop.
1 and 2. And we also did Night of the Living Dummy 2, because Night of the Living Dummy doesn't exist as an episode.
These are really cool. I think this is better than Scooby-Doo. Everything.
Yeah, this
so
is
much
my
fun.
Scooby-Doo was fun, but this is my favorite in a while.
Yeah.
And I think it's hysterical. I was actually watching it back. I haven't watched back a full commentary track in a while because I don't need to like get clips anymore. I just
No,
do a
yeah,
whole
I
first
do
5 minutes
too.
commentary. 5-minute sample. But I watched all of them because they were so funny and
So you can watch them
they
on
were the best
Netflix,
ones in a
you can
while.
Watch the Goosebumps on
Goosebumps
Netflix.
is on Netflix.
So do
By
it.
the way, just so you know, the 2-parter episodes are listed as season 5, even though there's only 4 seasons. Just in case you're confused trying to find them.
Yeah.
But other things we have to plug. Oh, of course. The other thing is Patreon. If you pledge $5 a month on Patreon, you already have listened to the Goosebumps commentary tracks. But you can get for $5 a month, you can get every commentary track that we release a week early and at no extra charge. So potentially you're
pretty
saving money if you
pretty cool.
usually buy them late.
Thank you if you do. 'cause
And
it's
yeah, thank
sweet.
you very much if you do. And I have to say, check Patreon for a couple of reasons. One, we're doing the official purge this weekend or next week, whatever. Somebody's mowing their lawn because it's a beautiful summer day. And we have, I'm updating the Patreon. It is looking absolutely beautiful, I think. So definitely check out Patreon. Thank you guys so much. The only other change I will mention right now is that the Patreon, I think the tiers were a little bit kind of like lopsided a little bit. For $1, you got the follow on Twitter, which is like, whatever. That's if that's good enough for you. For me, the $5 tier is like where it gets exciting.
Yeah.
So what I did
The
was
one where you give us more money is the
no. I mean, because you get a lot more stuff. So what I decided to do was, and I doubt anyone's going to be, upset about this. I don't think anyone's going to downgrade to $1 for this. But I decided to make it so that $1 is that you get everything early, like not the commentary tracks, but you get the episode early and stuff like that.
Yeah, early stuff.
Because for $1 you get it early. I think that's fine. And that used to be under the $5 one. For $5 now you get bonus clips and you get the commentary tracks early and at all. So that's the current situation that we switched to. I think that's super cool and I think that's a lot better.
Definitely.
But the last thing is that we give away a free shirt every single week. Go to prettymuchit.com/giveaway to find out how to win, and then you can watch the Monday show to find out if you won. And that is it for the break. And now it's funny that there's something crummy audio now because we have someone mowing their lawn nearby because now it's video game time, and I feel like Jake always gets gypped.
Typical.
Ah.
You guys could just skip this section.
Skip
now.
this, guys.
Yeah.
Classic
Yeah.
Jake.
All right, hit us with the video games. Go.
There's some cool rumors about Grand Theft Auto 5 DLC.
Why don't you tell me those rumors?
I don't know. It's
Whisper
cool
'em
stuff.
to me.
Apparently, there's gonna be like casino stuff added in, and there's gonna be cool mini games, like casino mini games.
Like, you just get to play poker?
Yeah, I tell you, Rockstar's really good at that stuff, though. Like, did you play poker in Red Dead Redemption?
Nope.
Oh my God, it was the best.
I did
So-
like that game, though.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be like,
Why
real
don't they
deal
make a
DLC.
mission where you hop in a DeLorean and you zip right back down the Old West? You say, come on, Marsden, get in.
And then the game turns into, you can make Grand Theft Auto turn into,
Well,
into
like, yeah.
Red Dead Redemption and back and forth.
like the
Just take a
event, like
DeLorean.
the Avengers of Rockstar.
That'd be pretty cool. Like they should do a fighting
All
game.
they need is a time
A
machine.
Rockstar fighting game.
All they need to do is get in the time machine.
Also,
that hard to
Also,
do.
it's just a rumor, just in the code, this leaked code.
Oh.
But there might be zombies. There might be like a zombie thing, because zombies.
All Red Dead had zombies,
And it was really good.
and it was good.
They did it right. Like they did it good. It wasn't like Call of Duty zombies. It wasn't like it was like it was good.
Oh, shots fired
yeah,
on
shots
Call of
fired.
Duty
Call of
zombies.
Duty. What else is new? Blah blah.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
All right.
good.
Just making sure that wasn't some kind of like tumor.
But we also I had to look at the notes. So Crytek
Crytek, who is
Crytek, who made
is
Crysis,
Crytek?
and they made
Crytek
Crysis.
made Crysis?
Yeah, they made Crysis. They made Rome, Rise, Son of Rome on Xbox.
They should have made all of their games rhyme with Crytek.
They were making. I know, right?
Like Rome should have been Rome Tech.
Like also Homefront that they're making. It should have been
Tech.
Home Cry.
There you go.
Home Cry. Home
Cry.
Cry actually sounds cool as hell. I cry for my home.
Copyright.
Why wouldn't you cry for your home? Anyway, Crytek, we talked about them having like really bad problems. Like they're about to shut down. They have no money left. And that
They're all
sucks
dead.
because they made Far Cry and Crysis. Like they started a lot of cool
But
shit.
just like with anything that's alive,
all good things.
it's got to move on.
Yes.
To the video game death world.
So
Unemployment.
So the publisher of the new Homefront game is Deep Silver. They're the ones who did like Saints Row and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
this is the game where North Korea says no more Philly cheesesteaks.
Yeah, they take over Philadelphia, and you gotta like. I saw it at E3, and I liked what I saw. It was
I want
really
like
cool.
the box to be like a whole bunch of soldiers with their arms up in the air like this, and they're all grasping Philly
Philly
cheesesteaks.
That's cool as hell.
And like this dripping cheese, but the cheese is blood.
In like a stylized like red and blue, like the Obama poster. Like,
Exactly.
like
there
the-
you
the-
go.
the Shepherd
Now
Ferry
you're
posters.
thinking with gas.
That would be cool. So Deep Silver swooped in
Ooh.
and bought the rights to. They bought up the property that is Homefront because Crytek is basically crumbling.
Cry crumble.
Yeah, it's crimbling. It's a crime with a Y. It's a crime.
It's a
I
it's a crime
Ah.
that they're crumbling.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Okay.
But so that's that. So Homefront is still alive, despite Crytek possibly not, and that's exciting. I feel like I'm the
Ooh.
only person excited about the new Homefront game.
Yep, I'm
you
not.
You guys listening, let me know.
Well, I
because,
like the idea of shooting Koreans.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good for you.
They're bad guys.
Wow. The next bit of news is Nintendo. Nintendo has posted a loss again, and you're gonna see.
Yeah,
a lot
I
of
like that on the notes. It just says Nintendo loss.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Oh, does it say the numbers? No, it doesn't. Okay.
No, just loss.
Yeah.
Are they lost?
They lost money. Like,
Oh no, that's the worst thing to lose.
Every quarter, every year, you'll get a thing where Nintendo says that they posted a loss. They posted a loss of like 90-something million.
Yeah, we
okay?
talk about that on the show.
Yeah, but this year that people are forgetting to mention with this article, with people reporting this, that they also made a ton of money. They made more than they lost, which is good. Hooray! They're doing okay again.
Getting back.
On the 3DS numbers are going down, but Wii U is actually like okay now. Wii U is
Really?
like a real thing now. People are buying it. People are liking
Is
it.
it because of E3 probably?
Definitely, I think so. And they've been doing good. With like Mario Kart. Mario Kart sold 3 million in like the first month.
Well, that's also because if you bought Mario Kart, you got a free game with it, right?
yeah, which is tight.
Yeah. If you didn't-
Tight. I got Wind Waker HD. I'm really excited about it.
That's like saying Wii Sports sold so many copies.
Yeah, but they really gave away. Oh yeah, you're right. They gave
Yeah.
away a whole extra. So like they
Yeah.
gave away double.
So it's
basically.
kind of like it doesn't fucking matter.
It cancels out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Now that you bring that, that's a good point. Where's Eric? You okay, Eric? Is he just
You
swimming
got
around?
something to say about Nintendo?
Eric's just swimming around in the pool.
No, I'm just listening to the news.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Well, the last bit of news is the Destiny beta. The Destiny beta.
It's over.
It's over. It
And
was
we
good.
missed the moon mission.
I didn't do it. Yeah, I didn't do it.
It happened while we were hanging out with you.
Yeah, I had things to do. Okay.
We were hanging- we were
I'm
at
an
the
important
hangout.
person. The Destiny beta. 4.6 million people played it. That's like a record for a beta.
Didn't they open the beta to
They
everyone?
did. They opened it up to freaking peasants at the
So
end.
just like Nintendo not being news, this isn't news either.
No, not really.
Because it's like, yeah, it was the most played beta. It was also one of the only betas that everyone could play.
Yeah, so I'm pretty useless this week with gaming news.
It's not your fault.
EA also launched a subscription service that's on Xbox One. And, I hope it's on PC. I don't know too much about it, so I'm not really talking about it. But that's the thing. That's really about it for gaming news, though. I'm sorry it was a little bit of a disappointing week,
Great news.
but hey, thanks. I'm glad you
I enjoyed it.
enjoyed and listened. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Let's talk about the poll.
Let's talk about the poll.
So last week's poll question was,
Get your nipples off.
who won? If I had a nickel, who won Comic-Con this year? Okay.
Oh, I know.
In third place, actually, you know what? I'm gonna go from first to third. In first place, we have Deadpool. I'm not surprised.
Okay.
I don't even know if it counts as
Even though
Comic-Con,
it
but I'm
doesn't
not
really
surprised.
count,
Now,
yeah.
in second place, we have Marvel.
Okay.
And what do you think is in third place?
I don't know.
SpongeBob.
Whoa.
I think there was a joke. But actually, I'll tell you what, DC didn't really place in like the poll anywhere.
Wowie.
Which is weird because I actually thought that DC had more interesting stuff than anybody, but I don't know. Whatever. That's just me.
The times are changing.
The times.
They
All right,
are
enough. Hey, guess what time it is?
Is it time
Oh! Hashtag Ask PMI.
Oh, no,
It
that
sounded
was
like I was
the song?
singing Jesus Christ Superstar. Jesus!
That's part of the song?
Yeah. Anyway, hashtag Ask PMI. At
you guys
Oh
ask
no,
the question.
it's Griffin asked, can you guys describe why Jake saw Hercules?
Why wouldn't I? You know the type of, if you guys
By
watch the
now
show,
you know him.
You know the things I like to see at the movies, and Hercules is one of them.
And The Rock is one of them.
And it kind of didn't disappoint me.
Oh, I heard it wasn't even Hercules.
It wasn't, but there were some enjoyable
Imagine
moments.
a Spider-Man movie with no Spider-Man.
Just kidding.
There were some
I'm
really
not
enjoyable
Spider-Man.
moments, guys. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
See, and now, just before anyone says it, well, you guys like the Mandarin, he wasn't the Mandarin. That was totally different because that was a villain. I'm saying if your main character
Now, Eric,
is...
since you're all like, oh, I hate things that are like not original or whatever, you would have loved this because you would have went in thinking you're seeing a dumb, typical Hercules movie.
I would
and
never.
it
That's the
flipped
thing.
it
I
on
would
its
never
head.
go.
Yeah, but you.
But I heard it was boring as hell.
It was really boring. Yeah.
You asshole. We have at Chubb Stuff asks, oh, this is interesting. Why do you prefer Mac over PC? Do we?
I do. I prefer it over PC by a lot.
I just
Only because it's for what I do.
Yeah, it's just what we. It depends on what you're doing.
I-
Like Mac works better for me, and I also like having all of my. Like I love the Windows Phone that you've got right
The
now.
interface, yeah.
I always thought it was super
It
cool
looks
looking.
cool,
But why
but-
would I get a Windows? Like I know I could sync everything over Google, I guess. But why would I get a
annoying.
Windows Phone? But if I have all my stuff on an Apple computer.
true.
Yeah,
It
the
all
thing
syncs
is-
up.
Yeah, that Apple always syncs up.
So
That's
you know,
like-
anyone that likes to sync their shit up is always going to be a fanboy of whatever they get because that's all you're going to get.
Now I tell you what.
Like,
that-
what, are you going to get an Xbox, but then a PS4 controller? It doesn't make
no.
any sense.
I will tell you, as someone who I play games on my PC. I
Right.
work on my PC.
I was going to say, I think you
and
like
I
your
still,
PC, no?
I'm still I'd rather
Really?
I'd
Okay.
rather be on a Mac. all
So
the time.
so we do prefer Mac over PC, but it's not. I don't think that PC is like terrible. I think it's just depending on what you're doing. Like I think my parents work better on PCs with what they do for work. You know.
Yeah, I just hate some of the things that it can do.
Yeah, I
Like
don't
where I'm just into things just working.
And Macs have like the pinwheel of death. They've got problems
Yeah,
too.
oh, yeah.
They're not perfect.
Yeah, but they're much better.
Although
Yeah.
it's better for viruses and stuff though for sure.
I just hate the argument when people say like they just hate it because it's more expensive.
What's more expensive? Oh, Macs and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Well, it's
I don't think this is a
they're-
valid
the
point.
build. I mean, the
well,
build quality is nice.
because it's $1,000 and
It's-
so therefore
But
it's
look at the
terrible.
build quality.
Yeah, look at
Come
what
on.
you're getting.
It's a different thing. At Fuzzy Head Ted asks.
Is that like some kind of disease?
This is the second to last question here. At
Like-
Fuzzy, we don't have a ton of questions because we had a lot to talk about for Comic Con. Yeah, I don't know. At Fuzzy Head Ted, what is your favorite racial stereotype?
Ooh, it has to it's a tie between black people talking to movie theaters
Oh, that's a good one.
and Asians driving terribly.
I don't know
Those
that
are my
I
favorite,
have
yeah.
not personally witnessed the Asians driving terribly.
I
one.
have.
But I will say
Wow,
that
really?
9 times out of 10 when someone's talking loud in a movie theater, I look back and it's a black person.
I'm not even like
I don't
making-
understand why. I don't know.
It's like without any kind of racial backing to this at
Yeah,
all.
yeah, yeah.
Every single time someone's talked in a movie that I've been
Yeah,
in,
you know what, I have
they
to-
happen to be.
I have to drop the usual joke of me hating black people for this because otherwise you're going to misunderstand.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got no problem with anybody. But that's a stereotype that
every-
is... Think
It's a
about first
stereotype
of all,
for a reason.
Stereotypes exist
For a reason.
For a reason, I'm just going to say. There's plenty of white people stereotypes too.
Yeah.
We're all a bunch of fucking nerds.
Well,
for
I
the
tell,
most
I tell
part.
you what, yeah.
bunch
that-
of goobers.
My favorite racial
I
stereotype.
mean, look at this.
Yeah.
What are we doing right now? We're so white.
true.
Go ahead.
Yeah, my favorite racial stereotype is just the fact that
How'd you get pubic hair on your face?
it's hair.
It's hair.
We know.
The last thing I hear before he drowns, it's hair.
My favorite racial stereotype is the one where humans are, where white people are basically the worst thing that ever happened to humanity.
And it's
So,
true.
It's absolutely true.
My favorite is Asian people just stopping and just getting in your way. I live in New York City,
Uh-huh.
and they just stop and take pictures and shit, and it's just
I
like,
was,
but like without warning, like they don't step to the side, they just stop in front of you, and I've missed subway trains multiple times because the Asian person just stops in front of me, and I'm like, what are you doing? Get out of the way!
I don't know where I was on vacation. I don't know where I was on vacation. Somewhere nice. But like we're on this dirt road, we're trying to get somewhere, and
Oh,
there's
boy.
this car right in front of us that stops every couple of feet to take a picture. And wouldn't you
With an
know
iPad.
it?
Let me guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, with an iPad.
Yeah, with an iPad.
No, that's white people. White
Yeah,
people use the
white people,
iPads to
yeah.
take pictures. I can't believe
That's
it.
the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Again, like I said, the scourge of humanity.
All right, and the very last question we've got is
The very last
from
question.
@Sal Kazal. Do you guys have any comic books that you could recommend? I personally don't know any comic books, but someone that does know. Hey, Andrew.
Andrew, the comic guy.
You have any comic books you could recommend?
Nah.
And that is it for hashtag Ask
Nothing?
PMI.
Yeah,
Oh,
nothing?
what was the song? Ah! Jesus!
Jesus!
Is that a real song? Yeah, I'll have to play it for you when we
Alright.
get in the house. It's not quite that, but it's close enough. Actually, it's pretty close. Someone might say I'm doing a good job with that. But that
Might be
is
some
it
guy in his
for
house
this
right
week's
now.
episode of Pretty Much It.
Yeah,
I had a
right.
lovely time. I had a wonderful time.
I had a wet time.
Yeah, I had a fun
Hey,
time.
I am super wet.
Now, what if we all swim away now, guys?
What, in what direction?
This way.
Are we swimming out of the
We
camera?
we swim away. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks for
See you next
watching.
time.
Have a beautiful day. And that's pretty much it. Oh.